A peaceful voyage suddenly turns into a nightmare when a giant sea monster attacks a passenger ship in the middle of the ocean. Among the passengers are a little girl named Amy and her father, Gong. Before the disaster, Gong gives Amy a small radio to cheer her up. At the same time, everyone notices a large group of fish racing through the water. They aren't swimming normally, they seem to be fleeing from something. Seconds later, the reason becomes clear. A massive creature emerges from the ocean and charges directly toward the ship. Alarms begin flashing as panic spreads across the deck. Before anyone can react, the monster slams into the vessel. The ship tilts violently, throwing passengers into the sea. Chaos erupts as people desperately struggle to survive. Sometime later, Gong awakens on a beach surrounded by unconscious survivors. As he regains his senses, he immediately starts searching for Amy, but she is nowhere to be found. Desperate, Gong calls out her name again and again. Then he hears a faint voice through the radio. It's Amy. Before he can understand where she is, the signal suddenly cuts off. While survivors on opposite shores try to signal each other, Gong suddenly spots what appears to be his daughter nearby. He rushes toward her, but his friend stops him just in time. Something enormous is moving through the jungle. A gigantic monster snake bursts into view and attacks without warning. Its massive tail sends people flying, while others are swallowed whole. Emotionally, Gong tries to reach Amy, but he is held back. Helplessly, he watches the monster snake swallow his daughter before disappearing into the jungle. Crushed by grief, Gong collapses. He believes he has just lost his daughter forever. Then the radio crackles once more. Amy's voice can still be heard. Convinced that she is somehow alive, Gong decides to enter the deadly jungle and find her. Although everyone warns him that it is certain death, 5 others eventually agree to join him. As Gong and his team enter the jungle, the remaining survivors desperately try to call for rescue. Unfortunately, there is no signal. Before anyone can think of another plan, the giant snake attacks again and drags another victim away. Deep inside the jungle, the monster returns to its nest and regurgitates the people it swallowed earlier. Amazingly, many of them are still alive, including Amy. Their relief quickly disappears when they notice dozens of giant snake eggs surrounding them. Amy warns everyone not to touch them, but an old man ignores her warning and smashes one of the eggs. A baby snake immediately hatches. The survivors hide behind a large rock, but the newborn creature soon finds an injured woman nearby and devours her alive. Meanwhile, Gong's group discovers a strange black liquid inside a tree. When it accidentally catches fire, toxic smoke spreads through the air. Gong begins hallucinating and sees terrifying visions of Amy blaming him for failing to save her. The group soon learns that the smoke affects the mind. Even worse, the trees themselves are living predators. As everyone runs for safety, one of their companions is captured and killed. Fear and frustration cause arguments among the survivors. Sushi reminds them that survival is more important than blaming each other. In the jungle, Gong continues searching for Amy while trying to contact her through the radio. During a stop near a river, a thick fog suddenly spreads across the jungle. Moments later, a giant fish attacks one of the survivors. More monster fish emerge from the fog. These creatures are even capable of flying through the air. Just when the group thinks they are trapped, Erdeni notices that the fish can only survive inside the fog. He quickly leads everyone away. As soon as they leave the foggy area, the creatures become helpless and fall to the ground. After escaping, the group discovers enormous footprints leading deeper into the jungle. Before they can investigate, a gigantic frog monster attacks from above. The creature uses its long tongue to capture victims from a distance. Several people are nearly killed before Erdeni strikes one of its eyes. Just as the frog prepares another attack, the giant snake suddenly appears, swallows the creature whole, tears it apart, and then turns toward the survivors. Everyone runs for their lives as the giant snake chases them through the jungle. Several survivors narrowly escape death by hiding underwater until the monster finally leaves. Back at the nest, the snake discovers that one of its baby snakes has died. Furious, it immediately leaves to hunt whoever is responsible. At the same time, more eggs begin hatching. Amy finds herself face to face with a newborn snake. Surprisingly, the baby snake does not attack her. Earlier, Amy had learned that newborn snakes sometimes treat the first living creature they see as their mother. That is exactly what happens here. The baby snake accepts Amy and even stays close to her, although it remains deadly toward everyone else. Elsewhere, the old man escapes from the nest but selfishly abandons the remaining survivors. Mysteriously, Gong and his team eventually discover an abandoned building hidden deep in the jungle. Inside, they find evidence of secret animal experiments. The horrifying truth is finally revealed. The giant snake, flying fish, monster frog, and other creatures were once ordinary animals, transformed by scientific experiments. Using an old radio found inside the building, Gong continues trying to contact Amy. At the same time, the old man arrives and falsely claims that everyone trapped in the nest is already dead. Gong nearly loses hope, but the next morning everything changes when Amy's voice suddenly comes through the radio. The old man's lie is exposed in front of everyone. Embarrassed, he runs away only to be swallowed by the giant snake moments later. Gong finally establishes contact with Amy. She reveals that the survivors are trapped inside a large cave near the sound of flowing water. Following her directions, Gong and his team begin searching for the cave. Inside the cave, several snakes move towards the trapped survivors. Fortunately, Amy's baby snake protects her by fighting them. Gong finally hears Amy calling for help and locates the cave. He lowers a tree root and starts pulling the survivors to safety. Just then, the giant snake arrives. Denny attacks one eye with an axe, while another survivor destroys the second eye, leaving the monster blind. The captain sacrifices himself so the others can escape. Moments later, Gong finally reunites with Amy. Although Amy is safe again, the giant snake continues hunting them. Reaching the edge of the jungle, Erdeni suggests splitting up to improve their chances of survival. While Gong protects Amy and Sushi, Erdeni stays behind to fight the monster. Despite injuring it, he quickly realizes that normal attacks are useless. As Gong helps the others escape, he suddenly watches in horror as the giant snake catches Amy and swallows her for a second time. Driven by desperation, Gong attacks the monster again and again, but he is unable to stop it. Meanwhile, Erdeni leads the snake toward the area containing the toxic black liquid they discovered earlier. At the perfect moment, he throws fire onto the liquid. A massive explosion erupts, engulfing the giant snake in flames and finally destroying it. After the battle, the survivors cut open the snake and pull Amy out. She is unconscious and appears lifeless. Gong breaks down in tears, believing he has lost his daughter forever. Then, against all odds, Amy opens her eyes. She is alive. With the giant snake dead, the nightmare that began in the ocean finally comes to an end.